Hey guys, happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a fun time with your parents, and even if you didn't, at least send send someone your love. It's just a good reminder um, that there are people that take care of us. I had a good time hanging out with my mom. Uh, Basically, just went shopping and stuff. She's asking me if I'm gonna buy her something. Uh, I would. It's just that she's a very picky person, and it always breaks my heart when people return stuff. Like when I give things to people and I just never see it again. It's happened more than one time. You know who you are. Okay, so for my Q&A, which I promised, I didn't get that many questions, but actually that's totally okay because I get that a lot of people are spending time with their parents, and also um, that also just gives me more time to focus on one question because usually I'm always very worried about being pressed for time and my answers being too long winded. But since I only have one question, this means that I can just spend more time on it and give it a more detailed answer. So, our one question comes from fakessenpai, who is cute enough to let me know that it is Camill.Escobedo. Um, and he wants to thank me for answering all of his questions so far. You're welcome. Thank you for giving me questions and giving me a reason to use my DSLR. Uh, have you seen any Ghibli studio movies? If so, which one is your favorite? See, the funny thing is that I never really got into Ghibli movies. I'm totally kidding. I fucking love Ghibli movies. Ghibli movies are my bread and butter. They're my childhood next to Sailor Moon. I don't actually remember. I think I actually might have watched My Neighbor Totoro before I even heard of Sailor Moon. I don't quite remember. But those Sailor Moon and Ghibli, they go hand in hand in kind of turning me into the person that I am. Um, I think those that have watched both Sailor Moon and Ghibli, they totally understand what I mean by that, because when you grow up with Ghibli, when you grow up with Sailor Moon, you become a very particular kind of person. um, yeah. So my first movie was My Neighbor Totoro. Um, it was such an emotional movie for me to take in, and I think it just affected me in ways that I can't even understand. Um, I was young, but that movie has like one of the most special places in my heart. Uh, which one is your favorite? I can't. How can you ask me which one's my favorite though? That's so hard. The ones that I've watched so far are all quite good. Um, Unfortunately, I haven't watched all of them, but the ones that I have watched, they were amazing. I still haven't watched Poppy Hill, and I heard that was really good. I haven't watched the entirety of The Cat Returns. I haven't watched Pocoroso, which I heard was really good. I watched Nausicaa, Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, Ponyo, Howl's Moving Castle. I don't remember if I watched any other ones. It feels like I should have. It feels like I've watched more, but maybe I haven't. But anyways, yeah, all of the ones that I watched, they're kind of my favorite. Like, it's so hard to pick which one is my favorite. Spirited Away is just so amazingly beautiful, and it it had everything that you wanted out of a Ghibli movie, but it just like had such a much higher production value, that it was just everything about it was great. Um, Ponyo is not one of my favorites, I would say. Just something about it, it just felt like it didn't have that magic that the other Ghibli movies had. I'm not quite sure why. Kiki's Delivery Service is another one of my favorites. If I had to pick, I guess I would pick Kiki's Delivery Service because it has such a light approach to the magical girl to the magical girl character type, you know, like, I find it so whimsical and so refreshing that even to this day, I find it refreshing that, um, that her powers, that Kiki's powers is such a minute part of what the entire movie is, you know, that nobody really is shocked by it. She doesn't really have to keep it a secret, which is cool. Um, you know, she wears her powers very proudly. She wears her witch title very proudly, and um, it's such a beautiful metaphor about self identity, believing in yourself, um, you know, self dependence, and you know, finding power from within and not depending on anything. Kind of like Dumbo, I guess. You know, in terms of flying, and also the fact that it's not about the broom, it's about you. It's not about the feather that Dumbo has, it's him. Yeah. And plus, the movie in the English version, it's not like the best song ever. I get that, but like, I thought it was really good when I was a kid. You know, um, the song that plays in the beginning, "I'm Soaring," and then "I'm Gonna Fly," and that plays at the end. I love those songs. I will freely admit that I have both of those tracks in my car on a CD, because my car doesn't have Bluetooth, and so I can't play MP3s. But you get my point. Like, it's such. I think anybody that watched that movie before, you know, when we were at a simpler time when, you know, Ghibli movies were dubbed, and it was totally cool we were totally cool with it, and there wasn't any scrutiny of, you know, animes being ruined by dubs and stuff, that they had songs, and the songs stick with us even though they were cheesy and dumb and maybe not even that great of songs. Yeah, Kiki is a great film. I still watch it. I actually, if you guys have seen my Instagram, I actually bought, I think three. I think I bought three Ghibli movies from Costco because on Blu-ray because they were on sale, and I was like, well, I mean, why not get it on Blu-ray? So I can watch it in even more splendor. Yeah. Ghibli is amazing. I mean, everything about the music from Joe Hisaishi is amazing. I totally wish I could play all of those songs. I can play some of them, because I used to play piano and violin, but if you asked me to do it right now, I probably couldn't. Yeah. I think I've gone on long enough about Studio Ghibli, so if you have a Studio Ghibli movie that you really like, please let me know, and, you know, say why you like it. You know, don't just say, oh, I like this one, because anybody can say, like, oh, I like this one, but I think it'd be great for you. I'd really like to know if you, like, what your connection with it is, you know? Why is it that you like it? Because, I don't know, I just like knowing that stuff. I find it so wonderful when people talk to me about, like, just why a piece of media is so precious to them. Like, it's such a wonderful thing that things that aren't necessarily real, we have such a connection with, you know? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I spent 10 minutes on a question. That's way too much time. Thanks for watching, though, and I will see you later. I'll try to get a Q&A up next week, too. So, once again, please leave questions in the comment section, and also, I will have a call on Instagram, like I always do. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!